Hello and welcome to this week's Monday Music Motivation. This week I'm talking about a really cool idea that I'm stealing from Greg Goodhart. I've been taking his perfect practice class, which is really fun, and even for me, getting with somebody who's even nerdier than I am about practicing and practice science has been really awesome to get some new ideas and get the opportunity to incorporate some ideas that I know would be good, but haven't had the personal discipline to implement as well as I could have. So I'm getting a lot of really great things from the class and learning a lot and implementing a lot. One of the things that he's said several times when it comes to this kind of learning science stuff is that it's simple, not easy. And I think this is a great sort of theme and topic to give you all a little bit of motivation and inspiration this week, thinking about the things that are simple but not easy, and how it's a very interesting idea for something to be simple but not easy. And I think so often those are the things that kind of give us the most kind of return on our investment and the most bang for our buck, and are the most kind of efficient and effective things for us to be doing are the simple but not easy things. And what this means are things that are very basic, like long tones, doing your long tones. That's so simple to do long tones, and every teacher ever has told you that long tones are good for you, but it's still not easy to get in there and do your long tones every day. And a lot of times it's because these things are kind of boring, and it's very easy to think like, oh yeah, I can do that. Like, I can play long tones. If I needed to do long tones, like I could play long tones pretty reasonably and decently. So it's so simple that we sometimes kind of overlook it, or we don't have the patience to do it. And if you think about the Friedrich von Schiller quote that I love, the 19th century German poet who said, "Only those with the patience to do simple things perfectly will acquire the skill to do difficult things easily." And we're all looking for kind of that shortcut or that breakthrough, or like, oh, if I get this new mouthpiece, or if I figure out how to do this one thing with my finger motion, or whatever it is, we're thinking there's going to be that one magic thing that like the light bulb is going to go off and all of a sudden we're going to be really good at playing and able to do those difficult things that we want to do with ease. But unfortunately, it's really doing the simple things, and that's what makes them not easy, is our brains are wanting that instant gratification and trying to find the thing that's going to suddenly make things so much better. The thing that's going to make things better is doing the simple things with patience, with discipline, with expanded awareness to really making it good. So what I want to challenge you for this week, for this Monday Music Motivation, and whenever you're watching this is totally fine. It doesn't have to be on a Monday. It doesn't have to be this day that I'm posting it. Whenever you see this, I want to challenge you for the next week, trying to be really patient and really disciplined to do one simple thing. Not every simple thing you've ever heard of, but that one simple thing that should be easy but doesn't feel so easy to do, and it's hard to maintain the focus and the patience to do it. Some examples, some inspiration for you might be long tones. Maybe a genuine 3-step warm-up where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna spend the first 10 minutes, the first third of my practice time, whatever it may be, I'm going to dedicate that to just focusing on the clarinet fundamentals, and I'm going to do my 3-step warm-up and get my sound quality on the long tones. Then I'm going to just really dive in and be really aware of my finger motion on the technique exercises, and then really make sure as I go on to articulation that the sound quality is matching the long tone sound quality that I had, and I'm having really good tongue motion and all that good stuff. Whatever it is, something like that would be perfect. Something simple that you're going to dive more into. Another one that I think would be absolutely fantastic would be to do a little bit slower practice. Your teachers are always saying, go slow, go slow, go slow. It's almost as ubiquitous advice as do long tones, and they're all good advice, but we need to not assume that we're doing it. And with going slow, I think that's a very common thing where we assume like, well, I'm going under tempo. Maybe I'm even going half tempo. That's got to be slow enough. It's not slow enough unless you're totally in control and feel very confident and accurate with what you're doing. You're getting good sound quality, you're getting the right notes, you have the right rhythm, and the rhythm is still connected to the beat. That's how slow you need to go for all of that to be accounted for. And that's one of those simple things. It's so simple to go slower. In fact, the point of going slower is to simplify it so that you can get it better. But it's one of those things that we just kind of assume that we're doing. It's not actually easy to practice slow enough. It takes that patience and that discipline. But if you have the patience to do the simple things, then you're going to be able to do the difficult things easily. And I definitely had discovered that in my own practice, going through Greg Goodhart's Perfect Practice class. I'm discovering it even more so to be the case, and there's absolutely zero doubt in my mind that doing the simple stuff perfectly really is the key to doing the difficult things easily. So try something this week. Just pick one simple thing that you're like, I should be doing that. I know my teachers have said that. And go all in on it. Know that it's not going to be easy to do a warm up every day and stay focused on clarinet fundamentals for a solid 10 minutes. Know that it's not going to be easy to go slowly enough that you're totally in control, because you're going to think, this is got to be a waste of time. I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of it, because you aren't going to get that much out of it in the moment. Going under half speed tempo or however slow you need to do isn't going to sound great in the moment that you're playing it, especially if you aren't used to doing good slow practice. But over time, it will really pay off. I promise, I guarantee you get all of your free money watching this back if it doesn't work for you. I guarantee that doing the simple things is really the key. So try one this week, and you can even put it in your practice template, of course. You can go to quickstartclarinet.com/get started. That link is in the description to download the practice template, or just make it for yourself. Here's what mine looks like for the week. Date, reflection, goal for what you want to achieve, and then your plan for when you're going to make it happen. Take that plan, put it in your calendar, set reminders, put it in your planner, however you organize your life, so that that practice time is scheduled and you're going to show up to it in a committed way. And hey, maybe that's your simple thing that you're going to do this week, is actually plan and schedule your practice and show up to it. Isn't that so obvious, simple? Show up to your practice, plan when you're going to practice. Yeah, it's so simple, but it's not all that easy to do and to commit to. So commit to the things, have the patience, have the discipline to do those simple things closer to perfection this week, and it will pay off in the long run, I promise. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on the next Monday Music Motivation. Have a great week. Happy practicing. Bye.